Tamagotchi.
Hey, welcome to the stream, folks.
Can you make
What does
a
that even mean?
Can you make a D&D Pikachu? That's really
Yeah,
what
like
I want.
Tamagotchis. They're like the little tiny things.
I know what a Tamagotchi is, Alan. That's not the part of that I was confused.
Yeah, and that qualifying them as little tiny things, if I didn't know what a Tamagotchi was, would give me no information.
It's like
No information relevant to understanding the concept.
It's like 8-bit Nintendogs.
I
There
really
we go.
enjoyed the fact that even in person, we still spent like an hour and a half talking.
What's the
before we
point?
actually
Well, yeah.
started.
That's half the fun.
We were like, let's get going, and then we were like, all right, let's talk for another hour and a
Well,
half.
we were also waiting on food.
That's true.
That's what we do. It's our thing, all right?
The thing.
You
Wasting
know how
time.
boring it'd be if we just showed up and played D&D? That's just
What are we
Yeah,
here
our
for?
thing.
Just
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Oh man, it is warm in here. Sweating.
Molly, I'm sweating.
What's up, guys?
Oh yeah, hi. Oh yeah, hi chat.
What's up, gamers?
What's up, gamers?
what is it, Travis? What do you want from me? What do you want?
I like making references and then seeing your very disappointed face every single time I do.
Okay, cool.
Xavier, your new place looks great.
Yeah, it does.
You like this ficus?
yeah.
That's good. Is that a ficus? That feels like a
Uh-huh.
palm.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Why isn't there a TV on that console behind you?
Why is there just a...
Because I'm poor. Okay, I'm sorry you had to call me out like that. Jeez.
You're really
I don't
not.
have enough money to buy a big flat screen like some people. Okay, so I can prop it up in the back. To
Yeah,
show
like
off
that
there.
huge bad boy behind Travis there. What's that? 28 inches?
I couldn't even remotely tell you. Probably 5. I don't know.
5.
It's about that tall.
As tall as your hand. Yeah, it's about 6 inches. Yeah.
Travis, if the perspective is correct and that is 5 inches wide, you are you are a short king, my man.
Ugh.
Well, you know,
You're like
life
2
is
feet tall, buddy.
life is like a box of chocolates. Sometimes you're short.
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, that's how it
sometimes
goes.
you get the Kit Kat minis.
Ugh.
I'm not really a big Kit Kat guy.
No.
No, not really.
Ooh,
I couldn't
mama.
remember what
Alright.
you.
I mean, I don't hate them, but they're not like I'm not like, oh hell yeah, Kit Kats, you know?
Yeah.
Is it the wafers? Is that it? You don't like the wafers?
No, his favorite is Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, I do like sour better than chocolate. I was a sour kid.
That's why he ate a whole bag of them the other day.
Yeah, you're housing back.
Sure
That's true.
did.
You
Sour
brought Sour
Patch.
Patch Kids so that you could eat them.
Yeah, that's what you do. You buy food so you can eat it. I don't understand what's so weird about that. Also, it's a bag of Sour Patch Kids. What, do you not eat a bag of candy?
No,
It's not like
truly
it wasn't
don't.
like an extra large bag. It was just an average bag of Sour Patch Kids
Uh-huh.
that I happen to eat.
I truly don't do that now.
Okay, well, I'm sorry your life is sad. All right, that's why you don't have a ficus behind you, or whatever you called it before.
A fuckus.
Do you say fuck this or focus?
I said fuckus.
Oh, fuckus. Fuckus ruckus.
Not
We're gonna
interested.
kill
I can't
Ithronel.
believe the subtitles got fuckus.
Deathnow
Focus.
is probably gonna exist at some point and die. I don't know.
That's a
Right.
great segue. Before we get into recapping and we're doing RP warm-up because we haven't done that in a hot minute.
Oh god.
Only a small number of announcements. The next date night is this Friday. My friend Lily is going to be on, and her and I are going to play Mecha Hack. Specifically, last time we played Mecha Hack, we did it sort of based on the Titanfall themes. But whenever Lily requested Mecha Hack, she wants to do more in the realm of like Pacific Rim and Gurren Lagann. No, it was Neon Genesis.
Evangelion.
Yeah.
Also, it's gonna be really sad.
I'm trying to make it not
Nice.
sad.
It's gonna have a bad ending.
Yeah,
too.
good luck.
Oh.
Existential and somber.
Maybe it'll be a little more
And as
lighthearted.
soon as the stream ends, you gotta play a really sad cover of Fly Me to the Moon.
It's gonna be really good.
So we're gonna play as big robots this Friday. It's gonna be loads of fun. And then the other thing is I have a weird new background that I'm doing. I'm going to post a link into the Twitch chat. There's an artist on Patreon named James. His Patreon is James RPG Art, and he does his own renditions of like published adventure art. And so he's gone through all of Curse of Strahd and done his own takes on the different locations and scenes and stuff like that. And a long time ago, he did the Sharn scape. And so that's my background this time. And I had reached out to him on Patreon a couple days or weeks ago, and he's doing Frost Maiden artwork at the moment, and he said that we could use that for our stream whenever we start it up. So we're going to have some cool Frost Maiden artwork.
That's awesome.
He's super rad, so go give him cool support over on Patreon. Let's see if this link actually worked.
I did. I checked
Sweet.
it out.
Cool. For only $1, you get all of his still images, and he also does animated ones, which are very cool. So, like, you can get, like, clouds moving on them, and, you know, things blowing in the breeze, and animals running through. It's really cool stuff. And I think that is about it. According to my notes, Travis, Xavier, and Alan have yet to do an RP warm-up.
I'll do it.
Okay. Alan, do you have your dice?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Roll. Ooh, that's a cool dice tray. Roll a d20 for me.
The alarm thing didn't work, Logan.
Oh, I'm sorry. Aw. What is the best gift that Killian has ever received?
Ooh.
I really think
Camel covered bird seeds. Like gourmet level.
Arrow covered gourmet bird seeds. I love it. Who gave it to him?
It was from UCID. It was like after like his first year or something.
An anniversary, like, hey, congrats, we've been on the force together for a year.
Yeah. He has no idea where she got it. Has never like, you know, gone over to ask her where. But it's like the best thing he's ever had.
Very cute. I like it. I'm gonna have to think of who sells that in Sharn. So, let me cross Alan off of
Completely derail my investigation.
Ithronel starts investing in the company who made it. No.
It's like the Telltale Games thing, you know, you choose either like capturing Ithronel or a bird seed.
Killian sweats.
So, last session you guys returned the big bad sword to Andith Tower and essentially got a big old pat on the back in the form of a drink of whiskey, because you have now thrown yourself into the lead in this investigation. You have essentially figured out where the mass murderer house killer is, where he's been holed up, and the person who has been harboring him. Ithronel's mother and Ithronel's partner, husband, boyfriend, something. But rather than launching and arresting them, questioning them about Ithronel, and putting an end to this, because there's too much risk involved with that, you're instead going to use this to your advantage and figure out a way to get Ithronel once and for all. A watch has gone and been placed on the family. And there's also a member of the Order of the Alley being kept in custody at Ambeth Tower as well.
Elric.
Elric. There's a number of things that are going to be happening in-game over the next few days. I have a couple of them jotted down. I will go through what I have written, but I'll also hear stuff from you guys. So I know Cornelius had a couple visits to make the following day, various luncheon or brunch dates. Varian, you have a brunch date with Cornelius and a lunch date with the apparent husband of Ithronel, as Ithronel. You also have classes to attend on either side of that lunch date, as you do. Oleg, he's not here, but he has a handful of things that he needs to talk about and figure out what to do. But while I guess we wait on Travis to get back and spend a little time, Spike, when you return to your tiny little one-room apartment down in Lower Dura, all this.
You have to drag my apartment like that, all right? Listen, it's more than fine.
It has a ficus over in the one corner.
Yes. Respect it.
Respect the ficus.
Mike got exactly one extra piece of furniture and a plant.
One per 200 years, baby.
There's a lemon on a plate.
Lemon on a plate. But Spike, go home. It's all business as usual. However, there's a disturbance in your apartment that causes you to wake up, come up out of standby mode in the middle of the night. It takes a minute for your eyes to adjust into the darkness of your room, but there's someone standing in the corner of your room. Takes a moment, you eyes blink a few times, and finally when they adjust, there's not a person standing in your room. There is a hammer, head down on the ground, and the pole of it leaning up against the corner. But there is the head of a person on top of the hammer. And when you move a little bit closer, you see Karvak's severed gnome head on the handle of her hammer in the corner of your room. And the window to your apartment is wide open.
Rude.
All right. Well, this is an interesting way to be awoken. I suppose I should call the authorities. No. No, I should not call the authorities. There's a dead head in my room.
How do you know it's
just
dead?
me. You know what? I could go up to it. Let me go up to it and check. So thank you, Romulus. I walk up to it and I poke the head. Is it alive?
No, it's super dead.
Okay, well, now it has my fingerprints on it. Wonderful.
Do Warforged have fingerprints?
My metal prints. Who knows?
It has like a tiny little like serial code on each finger.
Can I? So it's a hammer, and at the edge of the hammer is just a
And you know,
decapitated head.
it was it was her hammer that she had whenever she fought you in the alley, and it's just sitting the head of the hammer on the floor, and then her head on top of the what would be the bottom of the hammer.
Can I inspect it? Let me see if there's like anything. Is there anything in the mouth, like a letter or anything?
You do see a little rolled up piece of parchment shoved into her mouth, like a cigar.
Slowly take it out. Excuse me. All right. I'll just be taking this. Unfold it, read it.
The head falls off the end of the hammer and bops around at your feet,
Mm.
leaving blood dripped and splattered across the floor.
All right. I'll cast Mage Hand and have a handkerchief kind of wipe away. But what does the letter say?
Undoing the letter. You see in very plain handwriting. Hands aren't dirty this time.
Hands aren't dirty this time.
Think about what Varian said to her.
I don't.
Varian said, "I know you don't like to get your hands dirty."
Oh.
Whenever they ran into each other when we were at like the event.
Says Romulus.
Mhm.
Yeah. Beep boop.
Yep, that's what he sounds like.
Oh, that's a great point you made there, but why did they leave it at my door, not Varian's? I feel like he should have been woken up with this.
Well, if you really think about it, Varian has a lot more servants and family members around. You live by yourself. It only makes sense they would leave it here. Everybody else lives with other people.
Why is the imp in my apartment?
Squidge, get out of here!
Oh, sorry, Spike. I mean, I thought it would be fun to try out an accent.
No, that's my thing. You can't do that. I'm
Guess
going
I'm
to.
Romulus too now.
I'm going to. I'm going to call up. Oh well, wait. You said that the window's open, so it looks like someone's like left.
Mhm.
Let me look outside real quick just to see if there's anything I can catch. I may have waited too long to do this, but
Make a perception check.
okay. That's a good one. 26.
Damn. Nothing immediately catches your attention as being odd. There are some people milling about, but the people you do see seem to be Boromar Clan members that are drinking and prowling the streets. And you recall they're kind of in league with Ithronel, whether they know what she does or not.
Cool. So there's potential threats around my apartment. Nice. And there's a head and a hammer. As much as it pains me to do this, I'm gonna call Killian. I hate to do this. Of all the people, I gotta go straight to the cop. Ugh.
Killian gets a text. Hey, you up?
What time?
Oh man, easily like 3 o'clock in the morning. Middle of the fucking night.
Okay. When did I put Elric in the tower? In the cell?
Like half an hour ago.
Okay. Alright.
You're probably just getting home. You're sighing, taking off your hat and everything. Bing!
A feather falls out. I'll say, yeah,
Owl pattern baldness.
WYD.
Not much. Just chilling with a dead body. Didn't kill it though. Need help.
FaceTime
Sin.
call?
I do that thing where like it's like super close. I'm like, hey,
You
how's
what?
it going?
Who?
But yeah, I'm like, hi, need some help. There's a dead body at my apartment. And again, I put in big letters, did not do it.
Oh man, Killian's not getting his rest tonight. On my way.
Sweet, see you soon.
XOXO.
So, Killian, you take back to the skies, and at this point, Oleg, you're being woken up by a mind flayer in your
Can I
room.
take a bus?
Take a bus.
He's too tired to fly.
Wait, so I'm being woken up at like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everything happens in the middle. It's Sharn Nights. Everything has to happen in the middle of the night. Yeah, Killian, you get a sky coach. There's like one other person on it. They're acting real weird. They're staring at you like the whole time. They have a bag of loose
Wanna
spaghetti
know
in
how
one
I
hand.
got these scars.
But eventually you find
Spaghetti?
a bag of loose spaghetti.
My
Some
stomach
roast
grumbles.
spaghetti, bro.
Your stomach. Hey, you gonna eat that? But eventually, you arrive at Spike's apartment, which I'm not sure if you've ever been in. So when you're let in, you see this one-room apartment with a single chair, a wilting ficus in the corner, and in the other corner, a hammer with Karvak's head on it.
Hi, welcome to my humble abode.
Can I offer you a lemon?
Would you like a chair?
Would you like to
It's
eat
the
up
only
a
one I
piece of my
have.
ficus?
As I mentioned in the message, I did not do this. Just want to let it be clear.
And you see Killian, he's like, cause he just had like a full-on fight. I was getting ready to go to bed. He's like, "Do you have any tea?"
I have one chair and a ficus that's dying. I mean, you could probably make tea leaves out of the ficus, possibly. I'll make some tea leaves out of the ficus, and I just go over, start ripping the ficus leaves.
Killian, you look around. There's no stove or way to boil water. No source of water.
I don't even move. I just kind of like stand there slumped.
Yeah, the fucking threads at the edge of the clearly vinyl leaves.
Does it even have like running water?
No, it's basically a closet.
Yeah,
it's not legally a house.
Killian, you think about it. You think of the district you're in. You think of this building, and you start just kind of like your inquisitive nature, albeit it's a bit slower than it normally is. You're not as on it as normal. But this is definitely what would normally be like the custodial or like maid closet in like a hotel. Like that's what this was for the apartment building. And then the landlords were just like, I don't know, you want to live in this room? Whenever Spike came to Sharn.
I'm just like, wow, this is bigger than I thought.
Yeah. So you have some fabric, ficus leaves.
Karvak was the
The
she was the one that
really
tried to
dumb
jump
gnome.
us?
Yeah.
Okay. But she was like working in tandem with what's her face?
Maybe not in tandem, but at least has worked with her previously and admires Ithronel.
Admired.
Admired. R.I.P. Karvak.
Alright, I'll approach the head and the hammer.
It jumps at no, it does not.
Oh, and I give you the note too.
Yeah, you see the note. Hand's not dirty this time. The head is Karvak's head. You want to check for cause of death, you're more than welcome to. And the hammer that she has is very nice. It seems as though her sort of pit fighting and arena fighting winnings paid for this, and so it's worth a good chunk of coin.
Was the head cut or torn?
Looks like cut.
Cut. Is
It-
it bleeding?
Still bleeding, and you don't notice anything, effectively nothing abnormal about the wound. No, like, poison veins like you've seen previously. Seems just like probably suffered some kind of stab wound or some other wound previously, and the head decapitated after the fact.
Okay, I'm just seeing a head.
Yeah. Killian
Yeah.
and Spike, I would like both of you to make either an investigation or a history check.
Investigation. 16.
Investigation.
User.
18. 18.
So, Spike, this doesn't necessarily fit Boromar, just a Boromar killing. They leave warnings, they make threats, but this is a little too far into the realm of threats, leaving a message, stuff like that.
It's a straight up effigy.
Basically. And that's not necessarily Boromar doing. But enough thinking on this. There is one person, Killian, in all of your sort of law enforcement time in Sharn. There is one Boromar person that this kind of killing and message leaving does smack of. It is a top dog, older halfling man in the Boromar clan named Keelan Boromar. He owns the Scarlet Fawn in Little Plains, which is sort of like
What?
Scarlet Frond. You know, like a palm frond, like Xavier has mine.
Oh, that's the place Gwendolyn tried to go into and like
That's
break
it.
into the office, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
And yep, he's probably one of the nastier of the Boromar people. Pretty much will do anything to send a message. Whether it's him, not sure, but it's at least his people, his command, something like that. It also could potentially smack of like Dask involvement because they tend to be a bit more brutish in their means, but where Spike lives, that's Boromar territory. And so for Dask to do anything here would be kind of a feat. And as far as you and all of you know, Ithronel has no ties to the Dask, but definitely has ties to Boromar.
Alright. I'll say, do you know Keelan?
The name's familiar.
Familiar. Kind of just a Boromar leader. You just kind of know the name.
I don't know him. I don't know him on a personal level, but familiar. Do you think they are behind this?
Yeah, he's a bit more violent than other Boromar.
Okay, well, let's go have a talk with them. I stand up and begin getting ready to leave.
I kind of want to look at the stuff more.
Okay, I will be waiting at the door, ready to go once you are.
What time did you get here?
I've been here midnight, and I've been in standby mode.
So you woke up to this.
Powered up, yeah, sure. similar. I don't sleep the same way, but
Yeah, but you.
I wasn't aware. I wasn't moving around fully conscious. No.
Okay. And you had a little break, a little nap. Good for you. Lucky you.
Do you need some standby mode time?
I will meet you outside.
Okay. Rightio. Well, I'm going to go outside and wait for you. And I will, as I go outside, I immediately start texting the rest of the group. I feel like we have like a separate group chat from Killian. I'm just like, hey guys, there was a decapitated head found in my apartment. Gonna go talk to this Boromar guy. He probably did it.
And then
See you
I
in the
start
morning.
texting the group chat that I'm in, like.
I feel like Oleg texts in both chats. Cool, and then goes back to sleep.
Right?
Jacob's dissolving before our very eyes.
Jacob, are you okay?
That's so true.
I thought it was me for a second. I was like, what the heck?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was weird.
Going into impressionism right there. Are there any markings on like the hammer?
Markings on the hammer. Most of them that you can tell are decorative, and suggest that there might be a little magic to this hammer. But it's mostly decorative. You knew Karvak for maybe like an hour at most, but Karvak seems like the person that would have like bedazzled jeans like on the pockets and like a jeweled phone and just like really gaudy like decorative stuff. That's kind of the hammer. It's a lot of decorative stuff, colorful metals and all. It's gaudy.
Yeah, bedazzled.
It's bedazzled. It's still worth a lot. Definitely gaudy.
I guess that's a closet, so there's no windows.
There's one window.
There's one window for a
Just
closet.
Just
That's
the one.
strange.
That's all you need.
I checked the window.
It's open. You glance out. Nothing too out of the ordinary. You're a few floors up from the street level, or the alley level.
I go. Wait, is Spike like right outside?
Outside the door.
Yeah. Spike, did you leave this window open?
No, I did not.
All right.
I
They
have no
probably-
need for circulation.
All right. They probably came in through that window there.
I presumed as much as it was open and flowing.
All right. Well, I guess I'll call this in.
No.
Killing
I'm
just
sorry.
stares.
I'm sorry. That was a former self was reaching out and screaming when you suggested that. Do you think that calling this in would be the best thing to do right now? I mean,
Do you want to keep Karvak?
not necessarily. The hammer is nice, but we could also just handle it.
What do you do with the gnome's head and hammer?
Don't worry about it.
What would you do with the severed gnome's head?
Yeah.
It's
This is an
fine.
interesting question.
Hey, Spike, you do have a fence friend. We could at least take the hammer, not the head, but at least the hammer. I have
she got
this
a full
head.
set. She got a full set of teeth in there.
What kind of backdoor voodoo shit?
Look at those chompers.
Okay, fine. Call it in, I guess. But I think we should still go have a word. I don't really appreciate people breaking into my apartment. I know I'm trying to adapt to this new personality. If I can figure out things that I do and don't like, people breaking into my apartment don't like. That's one.
Well, someone already broke into your apartment.
Exactly, and so now we have to do something about it.
Right. So,
Are you agreeing to do something about it with me?
This is entrapment.
I reach out my hand for him to shake.
It has a $10 bill in it.
Killian, not in the best state of mind, just says, "Yeah, sure, alright."
Wonderful. I shake his hand. It's a deal. Now we're gonna go kill this man tonight.
Wait. I guess we could call in the head later in the morning. It could smell. Do you smell?
Not really.
Is that? Can you lock your apartment?
Normally I put this brick behind this door.
Is that not a lock? The lock was 2 gold extra.
Wait, how do you get out? How do you get out of the?
Climb out the
freaking-
window and shimmy along the outside of the building, obviously.
The brick is just on the outside, so it doesn't just sweep out.
I mean, what does he have to steal? I don't.
Someone could
Oh,
steal
now
his
he's got a
plant.
head.
No.
A head and a Harry. He has double the amount of things. In
Okay. All right. So
Killian just doesn't even care. He's like, "Alright,
Sure. Fuck it.
let's go to Starbucks on the way out."
wonderful.
You mean Sharn bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, Killian, to add on to an even worse night, you finally make it to Sharn Bucks by 4 o'clock in the morning, and they're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, we turn off our coffee makers to clean it before sun comes up, so that way we're ready for the breakfast crowd. We just
Sorry,
have
we're all out of
tea.
scones.
We just have decaf green tea."
Do you have coffee grounds?
Yeah, I can grind up some beans for you. Do you just want
Is that good for you?
a bag of grounds?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't drink.
Dude,
It's Sharn Bucks, so it's expensive. 2 gold piece for a bag of coffee grounds. But if you do this, you will not have to make a save for exhaustion tonight.
Killian does it. Wait, he said, is there a King Citadel discount?
Did you bring your badge with you?
Yeah.
Because you left it somewhere.
No, I didn't.
They say, yeah, just show us your badge. You're like, damn it.
I just paid the 2.
Look at the bags under my eyes.
dude.
These are bags that only a public servant would have.
Okay. Like, Tyler Killian in Next to Homeless Spike has been the most depressing duo I've needed. This is incredible.
It's a mood.
It's a lot of, like, I guess energy. Like, just like, sure.
He's
Yeah,
probably got
whatever.
like his slippers on because like he stepped into his home, right? And he's trying to like switch shoes, so he's just got these slippies.
Slippies. They're little owl faces. Oh god.
Bathrobe, no rope belt.
Yeah. Cut to Mithril Tower where Austin's here. Cut to Mithril Tower where Varian is chugging energy drinks, writing this personal essay for his advisor that's due in the morning. Oh, you guys.
Cut back to Killian just nomming on these grounds.
Literally eating coffee grounds.
This is just different strains of college students at exam times.
Yep.
It's just like, are you downing enough bang energy to kill a bull elephant? Are you eating coffee grounds?
Are you being woken up in the middle of the night by a mind flayer?
Yeah.
Is your friend sleeping on your couch while your daughter has sex in the neighboring room?
Oh no.
And no, I mean they can try, but the magic mouth is just gonna keep going.
So now your daughter's exhausted and eating coffee grounds?
Someone's magic mouth is gonna keep going.
Hello. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
We can hear you, bud.
Okay. Yeah, I made the fatal error of not bringing my headset with me, so
Oofda.
I gotcha.
That is okie dokie.
Xavier
You're in
and I
a
are
grad
taking
school
the
admissions
bus.
committee somewhere watching this. I apologize.
Apologize to a host of communities.
Yes.
Wait, Spike, you lost your bike, right?
Yes, it's been devoured. I mean, there's still parts of it.
There's parts of it, and you could take it to like someone to get it repaired, but it'd be money and time.
Well, let's take the bus.
Hard cut to Spike and Killian sitting on a sky coach together.
Spaghetti guy is still
Spaghetti guy is still on the sky coach. Oh god.
I'll give you 1 gold for that bag of spaghetti. I'm dead ass.
Yeah.
Look at me when I make a deal.
Spaghetti guy shakes your hand and gives you a plastic bag with loose spaghetti in it.
I pour the grounds on the spaghetti. Just eat it.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
second of this.
Holy shit. This is so pathetic. Oh god.
If this session goes past 11 o'clock, that's gonna be me.
Jesus Christ.
It has sort of a blanket sort of encounter roll. If I could get we'll do this. We'll make this a series of checks. If each of you could make a stealth check for me.
Which, like everybody?
No, just those two that are going to
Okay.
kill a guy.
Cool.
Okay, well, 15.
29.
Okay. Now, if I can get both of you to make a perception check.
And that's what we're talking about. 19.
Ooh. 32.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And then lastly, an investigation check.
23.
17.
Okay. So sort of like narrative montage here. You get dropped off in the Little Plains district. And what Little Plains is, it's a Chinatown. It's a Koreatown for Talenta Plain halflings. And so the aesthetic here and the food, it's all Talenta food. Lots of, probably more akin to like Middle Eastern foods. And all the decorations and things are made of like more natural components, animal bones, pelts, things like that. And on top of that, even though it's 4 o'clock in the morning, there are still plenty of people still out and about and eating and drinking together. They're still halflings, and so they're a bit tricksy. They will tend to pick pockets while people are here, especially newcomers that are here. And on top of that, you know that Little Plains is also sort of Boromar territory as well, since they originate from Talenta Plains. So you can't really trust too many people while you're here. So sticking to the shadows, minding your own business, getting away from main thoroughfares, you find your way to the Scarlet Frond. You kind of case the joint for a little while. It's still popping at this late time at night. Very crowded, people drinking and having a good time, gambling, all sorts of stuff. It's also very well guarded because of that. Most of the entrances are very well covered. A lot of the lights are on in many of the windows that you see. In doing a quick scope of what you can see in there, you would make a few deductions that the main bottom floor is a lot of the common areas. You see plenty of people mingling, drinking, having a good time. But the second floor, you peek in a few windows, you mostly see Boromar members walk past a few of the windows. So the upper floors seem more devoted to possibly VIP rooms, maybe Boromar specific rooms, offices, storage areas, whatever it might be. So at this point, by the time you get there, do all this shit, finish your spaghetti and coffee grounds, it's probably getting close to 5 o'clock in the morning. So either you two can try and infiltrate this Boromar club on your own, or walk away with the information of kind of the layout and what it's like, what to potentially expect. Or try to sneak in, do a little bit more recon from inside.
How you feeling?
He has some spaghetti sauce on his feathers across his face.
Are you in fighting shape? I'm not sure what spaghetti and coffee grounds would do for your nutrition, but if that's a power boost, then wonderful.
Healing,
If
you got a
not,
little.
then I'm sorry.
Not then. I'm sorry. Healing, you got a little bubble guts going on right now.
I'm just getting in halfling shape, you know? Trying to blend in. I'll start actively like changing my attire. I don't care if Spaghetti Guy sees me. You know, into more of like a halfling type of style. And I'll just be like, you know, this is Europe. We'll just do what you do. What you want to do. No killing.
Now, you just said it was my operation, and then you told me something that I can't do. That doesn't sound like it's my operation. Is it my operation or is it yours?
Joint operation, your lead.
Some killing?
No killing.
What if I don't kill them with my hands?
That's still killing.
What if the building happens to catch a blaze by some random circumstance?
Is it intentional circumstance?
Random circumstance? Who's to say?
No killing.
You sound
wanna
so
get this
defeated.
done.
You're just like, no killing. Please.
I've had enough coffee grounds to last me a couple hours.
Okay, fine. No killing. We'll just go in there and give them a message. Alright. I don't have anything to change my costume or the way I look, so it's gonna be a Warforged walking in there, I guess.
Okay. And Keely, you have a hat of disguise, right?
Yeah.
So you could make yourself look like a halfling.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Does that affect like what my face too, or just my clothes?
No, it affects what, like, it creates an illusion around you. So, but if you, like, leaned in to kiss someone, they would hit your beak before they hit the halfling mouth.
Okay. I'll look like a just as tired halfling.
Spaghetti staying still at the corner.
Just like
How
if I
did you
if I
get a
just
spaghetti
tattooed myself, you know.
He bought the bag of loose spaghetti from the guy on the Sky Coach.
Yeah, but is it with pasta sauce too? Is
Yeah.
it like I just imagine him eating like strains of spaghetti off the ground. That's why I thought it was much more depressing. Just like hard spaghetti with
Yeah, some of
beans.
it fell off my lap at one point, and I just picked it up. Looked
You ever
at
just
Spike.
raw dogs some spaghetti?
That is never a phrase I wanted to hear. I gotta be honest.
Idiot.
Holy
Right up
shit.
the urethra.
I need to toilet cat. You guys are fucking ridiculous. Can't with you guys.
Nice pineapple shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Shout out to Old Navy. Please sponsor us.
Yo, please sponsor us.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd
though.
actually
Every
be tight as hell.
every single time people were talking about sponsors. So I watched a video about how terrible Raid Shadow Legend is as a company today.
No, don't do that. Don't, Travis. We're sure we can't.
Oh no! I'm
What if
not.
they
I'm
wanna
not saying
sponsor
anything.
us?
Certainly they won't.
The opinions of Travis are not represented by this
No,
stream.
they literally will they sponsor some small streamers. Like they'll do it.
Maybe Starbucks will sponsor us.
I think when you say small, I think you mean a couple thousand viewers. Well,
No.
really, like small?
Yeah, like I mean, they sponsored. They offered to sponsor Aaron. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. She told me about it, so I guess I am. But yeah, they just have
I mean-
very specific rules. They have very specific rules about
Yeah.
how you have to get a certain amount of people to download the game, and they all have like 10 people. It's like 10 to 20 people have to play it for at least like 2 to 3 hours or something like that.
It's a
Really?
pyramid scheme for video games.
It is,
Yeah.
yes. It,
Yeah.
There was a whole video from somebody. I forgot which of the YouTubers did it, but
Also,
they were talking about the extremely tight script you have to follow.
Also, Raid Shadow Legends kind of sucks. Don't worry about
I mean, yeah, I would rather be.
Why goes that endorsement?
I'd rather be sponsored by
Good.
like Genshin Impact or.
it. Yes, Genshin Impact, please sponsor us.
Clash Royale.
I
maybe
played
not
your
that
game
one.
yesterday.
This is brought to you by Temple Run 2.
Clash of Clans.
Oh god.
Oh God,
This
is
one's sponsored.
that still alive? Is Clash of Clans still alive?
That's a great question. Who wants to find out?
If,
I know
if
people
it's
that
not
still play it,
alive, that means I've been out of high school for a
This-
long
this
time,
stream,
and I feel old and bad. So I
But-
hope it's not.
But Carson, you have been out of high school for a long time.
Yeah, this stream is sponsored
No!
by MySpace.
Can we get a one-time for jetpack joyride?
Brought
Yeah,
to
we
you
got
by
that- We got
GarageBand.
that sweet,
Oh,
Enron
God.
sponsorship.
Can we get a sponsor? let's get Logan a bunch of subs, and he can be a sponsored FF14 streamer, even though he's never played the game.
He will never actually play it. Our ads are literally just Jacob
Thank you to
saying
the
it every single
Monopoly
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just him playing other games and everybody in chat being like, "Have you played the acclaimed Final Fantasy?" 14?"
Yeah.
Critically acclaimed. You don't
Critically acclaimed Final Fantasy.
Award winning.
Yeah. Award-winning critically
Free
acclaimed
up to level 60.
No, you're not saying it right. It's the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy 14, including the for free the award-winning Heaven Ward expansion. Play up to level 60 with no limit on playtime.
That's right. That's right.
Rookies.
I don't know the meme as well.
Wow. So, Alien and Spike walk into the hub of one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in all of Sharn at 5 o'clock in the morning
And then
with a full stomach full of spaghetti and coffee grounds.
You can smell it.
What a disgusting. What a
Knees weak,
disgusting.
ground spaghetti.
I came here to
That was good. Oh my god.
I came here to eat spaghetti and coffee grounds and kick ass, and I'm all out of spaghetti and coffee.
And I'm all out of ass.
So, the two of you walk into the Scarlet Frond. You walk through the double doors into the vestibule, where you're greeted by a young halfling woman. You see just past her, there's the coat check area, where you see a couple halflings dropping off some of their heavy overcoats. She welcomes you. Says, "Hi, welcome to the Scarlet Frond. Have you ever been here before?" Gesturing toward halfling Killian. Says, "I'm sure you have," but just to the Warforged, say, "Are you a guest here?"
Do you have caffeine and carbs?
Absolutely, yes.
Hi, we are. We run a traveling blog where we find all the local food and drinks in Sharn, and we try to taste them and give them a review.
And we've been
At 5
traveling
a.m.
all night.
We don't want to be around when the customers are here. We don't really want to disturb them too much. You know, we try to come at lower times of business.
Do you have a booth?
She
with
says,
the cushions?
yes, and she gestures up into sort of the main area. You look, and there are a bunch of tables over next to a stage. There's a long sort of raised platform area where there are gambling tables. Lots of card games. There are a few tables off to the side, similar. There's some private rooms, and then way at the far side, just past the bar, there's an area of booths. She says, "But I do have to warn you, unfortunately, you're here at a strange time. Our head cook, Reggie, he's not here at the moment, so it's kind of just a small menu tonight, and he's really the best cook that we have, so be kind in your reviews."
A kitchen is as good as its weakest chef.
That's a... You know what? That's a
Saying that
great
we
point.
made up, yes.
Is this like just a good sit down restaurant, or is it kind of like a Hard Rock Cafe kind of thing? Like, is there a gift shop?
Wow. The two extremes.
The duality of man.
Hard Rock Cafe.
It is not a Hard Rock Cafe.
Okay, never mind.
No gift
Killian was
shop.
looking to buy some sunglasses.
But she tells you to go on in after kind of giving you a lay of the place. She does point, and she says, "Be mindful, stay away from the corner to the right of the stage. That's kind of where the kitchen's at. Don't want to get in anyone's way. And stay away from the left side of the stage. That's where the green room is at for all the performers. Don't head upstairs. That's kind of private area for the owners and employees, everyone like that. But otherwise, make yourselves at home. And welcome to the Scarlet Frond."
Alright, let's go home. Make yourselves at home.
And you can go on in. You see that the areas that she pointed that were off limits, over to the right of the stage, there is a double door leading to the kitchen. There's also a little hallway where there are two Boromar thugs standing. Similarly, on the left side of the stage, where she said were VIP areas, there's another Boromar thug standing there. However, you see a strange group of people moving across the Scarlet Frond floor. It's a group of maybe 5 halflings in sort of a V formation. And at the tip of the V, that sounds bad. But at the tip of the V, you see a short, kind of comically puffball-looking halfling wearing this very, ostentatious fur coat, high fur collar, and you just see sort of the bald head sticking up out of the fur. No neck. Fur kind of up to his ears, and then a shiny bald head, a few scars across and down his eye. And Keelan, even in your tired state, you kind of pinpoint, like, okay, that must be Keelan Boromar. The way that they're all kind of sticking to him.
Alright.
And he seems to be walking straight toward you.
Alright. As he's walking straight towards me, I wanna... You know, like, when you look at a car and you see, like, the bumper stickers, you can tell someone's life, kind of? I wanna see, like, his things on him, like, the bumper stickers on him.
The bumper stickers. Make
I
an
wanna check out
insight
his
check.
bumper stickers.
Check out his ass.
Is- 29.
29. His fur coat is obscenely fancy and nice. Well made, well tailored. A little too puffy, so you imagine it's probably hiding something. What that is, you don't know, but it's a little more than just for show. You can't see his hands, you can barely see his feet, but nice shiny shoes. The scars across his face tell a long story with the Boromar clan. He's kind of older, so he's been at this for a very long time. And he's been at sort of this violent streak for a long time as well. But in his older age, you imagine it's more... Actually, it's a little hard to tell. You can't tell whether he's all bark and no bite, or if he really is all bite. But he does have a lot of bark. He is very scary for as small as he is. But he's also surrounded by strong, strapping, and scary-looking Boromar clan members as well. But you can also tell by his body language that he's done for the evening. He's retiring for the night. And as he's walking towards you, two of the thugs walk out in front of him and say, "Excuse us."
Wait, what?
Two of the thugs walk in front of Keelan and gesture to the two of you and say, "Excuse us."
Oh, I'll... Excuse them?
And then they go to move past you.
Then, right as the bodyguards pass, and when Keelan's right, like, closest, I want to kind of, like, touch his shoulder, touch his arm. Excuse me.
As you do, he reaches over and grabs your hand in a very tight grip. He says, "Welcome to the Scarlet Front." And as he does, he feels your hand. In that your Aarakocra feathered or gloved hand does not fit sort of the stubby halfling hand. Even as close as it might be, he feels it.
And I grab my other hand and just shake as vigorously as he is.
He keeps kind of a straight face. Hope you enjoy your time at the Scarlet Front, young man, and then turns to Spike and says, "And thank you for your service, sir."
I just shake my head and nod. I read about you in the blog.
Well, I sure hope not. Well, I'm getting a little too old to be up this late, so enjoy the rest of your morning, I guess. Wait, hi. What
Yeah.
is-
As I shook him vigorously, do I feel anything through him? Like any extra weight on his body?
Any extra weight? He's put on a few pounds since the new year. No, but as far as extra weight, let
As
me.
in, like other items that might be underneath his.
Yeah, would you actually believe that I have, because of what happened with Wendolyn all so long ago, I actually have this down somewhere. Where is Keelan Boromar? There he is. Where in the world is Keelan Boromar? Alright, it's taking a hot minute to load up. At the very least, I can go in and tell you that it's sort of Uncle Iroh-esque. He's kind of like round, rotund looking, but you can tell from the grip of his hand and how vigorously he shakes your arm, he's strong. He's got a six-pack underneath that big fur coat of his. But you also hear the clinking of some metal beneath it as well, so he has some kind of layered armor beneath it as well. He's ready.
Alright. And I'll say, I don't mean to be too forward, do you work out a lot?
He winks at you and says, "How else do you think I've lived this long?"
I've been trying to, change something up with my regimen, but like my joints just can't keep up. Like, what's your routine? 'Cause I can
Well,
feel
half
it.
the fight's nutrition anyway, so just start eating right first, and then you can start working out more. All right.
Tired Killian's just bullshitting, waiting for Cyclops.
Bullshit.
Okay. And to just make sure I have like everything right. This is Keelan. Like I know this is Keelan, but I'm not sure. I'm not aware of anything that he has on or anything.
No.
I am just going to very bluntly say, "Hi, did you leave a decapitated head and hammer in my apartment?"
We're dead.
So let's cut to the next scene real fast, and we'll come back and revisit a little bit. We'll do a little bit of stuff with someone else for a moment. One thing that I did want to get to, Varian. First thing in the morning on Monday morning, you have a meeting with your advisor to go talk about this personal essay he asked you to write.
Okay.
And as a recap, your new advisor, big metal man with a fish bowl on his head with a catfish face inside.
I remember all that. Could you restate his name?
Carson, dear God, please don't make me do it. Why would you? I now have to go back and look it up.
It's I can find it somewhere in my notes, but I can't exactly control F on this shit.
Yeah, me neither. Erlerg Bibble Pooladip. So Dr. Pooladip, PhD.
Pooladip, okay.
Dr. Pooladip.
Thought it was something like Erwin Puddlepip or
You go to
Very good
meet
name,
him.
Bradley.
Yeah, thanks, Bradley. Thanks a lot. You go to meet him. Monday morning, of course, exhausted, bags on your eyes, and a fresh energy drink ready to be cracked open.
Yeah, but not with the point of exhaustion, because I rolled exactly what I needed
You
last
did
time.
roll exactly what you needed. He discusses with you, he reads it in front of you and kind of makes some comments talking about your current internship and how that's going. And he seems to understand your aptitude a little bit better than maybe your last advisor did. And I can't do the voice. I'm so tired. It's gonna hurt so bad. But he does point out that graduation is going to be coming up soon. And
I think that comes as like a kind of a almost moment of genuine surprise of just like, oh shit, yeah.
And he says, "Yeah, your father came in and spoke to me, late last week. And he said that he had a friend in the esoteric Order of Arion, you know, the Mages Guild. It could get you a spot there after school, and that's wonderful. It'd be a great opportunity."
Yes, I'm sure it will be.
But it's just because someone's handing you something doesn't necessarily mean that's what's best. I want you to have options. So I can do some reaching out myself. I've met some people in all sorts of lines of work. Basically, from what I've read up about you and your friends, your internship, and hearing your personal response, you're good at this investigator thing. Very good.
I've been told as much.
I don't want to... Well, if you go into this esoteric order, it will be all about magic, research, and excavations, and studying it. All that stuff. It's like school 2.0. Which means you might not have time for this private investigation. So, what I wanted to pose is some other options. After you graduate, you could become a private investigator, continue on with your friends that you've made during this internship. I could also even try and make some contacts and, with the help of your family, meet some people in the Warning Guild and try and get you a place with the other House Madani scions as detectives and consultants out in Rote.
Yes.
Or, what about your friend Killian? Maybe he could get you a place in the King's Citadel as an investigator.
I hadn't considered that one, but I suppose
You need a plug.
I heard you like being a cop.
Officially. Boy, I got you.
Yeah. I do love the idea of like using the office jokester as your in. Yeah, I mean, obviously I thought some about it, but this past few months, yeah, as I've been doing the internship, my intentions have been more focused on the immediate. And I suppose I need to spend some time thinking about it.
Of course.
Yes.
And, also, theoretically, Mr. Half-Elf, you have plenty of years left. You could try stuff out, and if you don't like it, try something new. I've seen and heard the kind of pressures your family has put on you, and I just wanted to present you with options, that's all.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Having someone else with a little level of detachment laid out in front of me certainly helps to put things in perspective.
And he lets out like this big booming laugh, some bubbles in his little glass helm come up.
I jump a little bit.
You spill some of your energy.
Yeah. Just magic it away.
Before it even hits the ground.
Yeah.
Says, no more assignments from me this week, but just give it some thought, keep it in mind, and maybe we can meet same time next week and just talk about it.
All right. Sometime next week.
And he stands up, gives you a huge handshake with his metal hand. It hurts so bad for a second. And he slips you a key. And he leans in. The glass helm doesn't get next to you, but the little speaker beneath it does. And he just kind of whispers whatever he can. And he says, "This is to the Professor Lounge just down the hall. There's a coffee maker in there. Figured you could go in there for some study time and coffee."
I gotta tell you, there's loose spaghetti in the student lounge a lot more often than by any reason it should be. I truly don't know where it's coming from, but thank you.
Sharn Nights epilogue, the Wrath of Spaghetti Guy.
That makes me think of like past jobs I've had where there's like a communal area and you're like, whose Chinese food has been sitting here for 2 weeks? Put it away.
Microwaved fish.
Oh man. And then I guess probably most keenly to Varian, it's about brunch time when you would be meeting with Cornelius. So you can text him, and Cornelius is brunch still on with Varian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just remembered why Cornelius decided to do that, and now Austin's like, oh no.
I'll let you get your thoughts together, and we'll see how Keelan Boromar treats Spike for that decapitated head comment.
I was just gonna say, because prior to meeting Varian for lunch, Cornelius was gonna go stop by and see Ipa before.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
So.
Awesome then. So Spike. Keelan turns to you. Deadly serious look on his face. I have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
Hi, I like to believe that honesty is the best policy, so please, do not lie to me. Did you leave a decapitated head and hammer in my apartment?
I appreciate your forthrightness, but no, I did not.
Insight check.
Go for it.
And can I also do something else too? I don't know if it'll be 2 set checks, but how is his guards looking? That's a natural 20. Tell me, is he lying to me? Is he lying to me?
Check. You can check my tone, and this will give you the information you need. He did not leave a decapitated head in your room. He definitely is not surprised at what you're asking, though. As far as his guards go, they're pretty stone-faced, but you can tell they are now on edge and are ready. They are waiting for even a muscle twitch.
I appreciate your honesty. Let me ask something that could... A question that could possibly you could fill me in with answering. Do you have anything to do with the decapitated head and hammer in my room? I give like little.
Sir, I'm very tired.
That's not.
Just please let me get home, go to sleep.
Okay. I sit up. My eyes go red. I say this. Well, I'm sure whoever is responsible for the decapitated head in my room is in this room. I want to make it clear that if anyone breaks into my apartment again, it will be the last thing that they will ever do, because I will see to it to personally torture them until they have no choice but to die, and then I will res them back, do it again, and then they can die when I say so. Have I made myself clear?
He looks down at the ground with a little smirk. Looks back up, nods his head. Says, spoken like a true soldier.
Wonderful. And then I show him a little black orb. A little marble-sized black ball. Just hold it up just a little bit. Put it back in my pocket.
Fancy. Enjoy yourselves. And
I will.
he and his cronies step away, head over to coat check, and get whatever they need from people there, and leave.
All right. Well, I think I've made my point. The food here is horrible. You will be getting 0 stars for my blog. I can't taste a single thing.
Oh, I think
Did you even season it?
something happened.
Hello? Can you hear us?
Apparently, Logan in real life rolled something happened.
Uh-oh. Logan.
Okay. We're good.
We're good?
We're good?
We're good.
We're
We're good.
We're good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Food's terrible.
leave and let's go turn in this. Let's go tell the secret police about the head in my room.
That sounds like the name of a short story.
The secret police in the head of my room.
I certainly missed at 9:03. We got a posture check that I completely missed.
Same.
Here we go.
Who did it? Oh, Andy. What's up, Andy? Bitch. So, only 2 of you slept through the night. Cornelius and Donovan. Cornelius, you were gonna pop by Ipa's little archives early in the morning before meeting Varian for lunch. Donovan, what do you do in the morning? Do you just go into work and wait for stuff?
I'm gonna. Do we keep like? Is there like a library in town?
So many.
Okay. Is there one that I know would have like records, like of businesses and such?
The city archive, I believe, would have that kind of stuff.
I would go into work for like, and be like, I'm working on something right now. I'm working on a follow up to something.
Uh-huh.
And I would, which I'm not. That's not a lie. I'm a journalist. I don't need to sit at my desk all the time. Bad journalists stay at their desks all the time. I'm gonna tell them that even if I don't have to go in to tell them where I'm going, I'm just gonna say that I'm still working on something really big, and I want to go to the archives, and specifically, I want to look for the records of the magic shop we went to, the Ithronel Smallbones. I want to know about that.
Gotcha. Okay.
and it can be really fast. A fast thing. It doesn't have to be.
It's not necessarily a fast thing. It's more about trying to keep timelines close together. Because if you like, do you even work at all during the day, or do you just kind of go and do that?
Do I feel like I'd get in trouble?
No, but if you produce a subpar piece of content at the end of the week, then probably.
Oh, I've never done that in my life, so. I could make a food review sound amazing. I'll just ask Spike if I can use his blog. I'll give you top billing on it.
No, sure. Yeah. So far, we have one viewer, and it's just me checking it.
But yeah, I'm
one follower,
I'm gonna
Romulus.
I'm gonna tell them that I'm working on cracking something really big right now, and I'm gonna just go to the archives.
Sounds good. So we'll pick up with what you find in just a minute. Oleg, when you wake up, what's your duty for the day? What do you do?
First thing I do.
You have your slow morning, as Oleg usually does.
Actually, this morning I immediately wake up, and I text people. I say, I use the community crystal and just say, 1 week to solve case and determine what to do about. I put in the us, but
Yeah, I was gonna say the us are typed out.
I do the old man like ... but with a space in between each one.
Oleg would.
Oh.
But it's also like 6 dots instead of just 3.
Yeah. He says, 1 week to determine it's a solve case and possibly deal with the Dilkir or minus arrest. City's taken over, and Ithronel is the new me. Have fun. And send that.
My cat just brought me this.
Nice.
It's a chopstick.
Nice.
I
Congrats.
don't
Wow.
know where he got it.
He's telling you to eat Asian food, I guess.
You probably got it from downstairs where it was when King of the Week.
I threw it away.
Or you could just be like Xavier, and I guess you could just eat popcorn.
It sounds like you found the other one then that you couldn't find.
He's a dog.
So I send that text message that message to the group.
I privately message Oleg a skull and a gun emoji and a question mark.
I message back. Maybe they big scared.
Big thumbs up emoji.
Great. I also send to the group, if nobody answers within 1 minute, I'll send. I'm kind of in too deep for what I was expecting. Was hoping for.
This is the first I've ever heard of this, so I'm like, I
What
wasn't included
the
on the
fuck?
Was hoping for a little bit of compromise with these guys. It is still possible, I guess, but it's I'm big scared.
Mid-text. I'm just gonna email. I'm gonna send back. Let's just all meet up for breakfast.
I send a
mid-text.
GIF
I have like this
of just
paragraph
like someone
long.
going like,
Before I send that second text message, I see these like messages come in, and I'm like, yes, and I just like hold the backspace. Big scared. Yes, sounds good. Come to my place, or meet some close to you. I guess I come pick you up. Yeah, I'll come pick you up.
So Killian, you've slept like 3 hours, and your phone starts blowing up with all these messages. Varian, you're just now leaving your advisor meeting. They're wanting to meet up for breakfast, and then you have brunch with Cornelius after, and then you have lunch with the serial killer right after.
Yeah, so I drive first to Varian's, text him, and I'll say, you here? Hop in car?
He's on campus.
Yeah, you drive to my house.
Yeah, I land in the yard like I usually do. Text you.
This is so
No,
good.
on campus.
Shit.
Variant's mom yeets some cookies out the front door at you.
I grab them and say, "Thank you." I was running out.
She has a hell of an arm.
Yeah.
Oleg reloads his shotgun with the
Yep.
cookie pellets.
Yeah.
Stuff that right in.
Varian's
And
mom played softball in college.
I drive away and
You
pick
learn the
up.
catapult spell. Just
I drive away and pick up everybody. I first stop by. I don't know like what the actual good route is in theory, but I'm assuming that I would pick up Varian first anyway, and then pick up. The rest of you are in lower Dura, right? I mean, where's your home?
Mine?
Yeah.
We've said before, and I forgot. I think like Middle Central or something.
I guess technically I'd be picking up Killian first then, right? And Jacob, where's Donovan's house? I thought it was
It's near the university.
So like
Okay,
Upper
cool.
Memphis.
Okay, cool. So I'd be picking up Varian
Wait,
and Donovan.
What time was Varian's meeting?
We'll assume that you were texting like just after his meeting, because then he was gonna go meet Cornelius for like a brunch
But, like,
breakfast.
When was that?
9 a.m.
And so if I get up at like 7 or something, would I have time to go to the archive before meeting up with him?
No. Because it'll probably take you like a full half day to find what you need.
Really?
Because the archive is every historical and legal record of Sharn and Breland.
They don't have the fucking Dewey Decimal System. in
They
Sean?
do, but just because you can find something about what you're looking for doesn't mean you find what you need.
You
Alright,
got
I'll put
what
a
you
pin in that.
need.
I'll put a pin in that. I'll worry about that later.
Okay.
Better yet, can I send the intern to go get it?
Sure.
I'm gonna ask that one intern guy at the Sharn Quiz if he can go find it. But I'll tell him to be cool about it and not make a big deal about it.
Well, either way, I come pick you up. And we drive to I guess a coffee shop that Austin and Carson were going to meet at anyway.
Well, first, Austin, going to Ipa's archive, no one else is there this early in the morning. It's just her very quietly with her coffee, roaming the stacks very quietly. What's your purpose for going there?
To try to sort something out about the crazy ass vision I had the night before while at the office with Donovan.
Gotcha.
And that, like, basically Cornelius will come in and just like cut back to the chase and just be like, you're the only person I know that can help me with this because I haven't quite figured it out on my own. But I need to talk to my quarry, like right now.
Just it sounds like that was your quarry trying to communicate, trying to jog some thoughts, jog some memories, piece some things together.
But I don't know what to make of it. Like, I didn't exactly get a lot of information out of that. It was, two people. Hey, it's like, hey, I heard you were looking for me. Hey, I heard you were looking for me. That's all they said. And I'm not exactly sure what that's supposed to mean or how that's supposed to help me.
So they said the same things about the same way?
Same tone of voice and everything. The same inflections, the exact same words, the same blank look in their face. They were even dressed the same way. Like, they were identical except for their facial features, but the dress was the same, the voice was the same, everything.
So that means they're connected and they're doing something together, right?
That makes sense, yeah. They're connected, but I still don't understand how that's supposed to help me find them, Because, like, I mean, sure, yeah, if I find one, I might find the other, but the problem is finding them at the moment.
So another, sometimes your person, your brain might see and experience things that your consciousness doesn't necessarily comprehend or take note of. You're constantly taking information. That's kind of what the quarry spirit is there for as well. They're sort of like a secondary consciousness. Things that you miss, they'll pick up. Since your quarry's kind of locked away, it seems, they're communicating in what ways they can. So them saying, I heard you've been looking for me, I know you've been, or whatever it is, makes you feel like that they're also kind of keeping tabs on you. They're watching you, hearing you, they're hearing about you. Maybe they're around you at some points, and your quarry spirit is picking up on it, but you're not. That makes sense?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just one possibility, but
it makes sense. Everything you're saying makes sense to me. It's the kind of stuff that I would normally notice in like normal things, but this is obviously not something I'm too familiar with, so it's kind of screwing up my ability to
sense.
Comprehend, you know?
It could also be that they're on the other side of a mutual friend or something. Is there someone that you've talked to about all this stuff too that's not within your normal group?
Not that I can really think of. I mean, the people that I spend my most time around are the people I talk to the most, and I don't really talk to a lot of other people. Not right now, anyway. We're so busy doing what we're doing that I don't really interact with a lot of other people. Huh. I think I might have to rethink that. Because I don't think I've talked to anybody outside of my normal group.
That's just what it
Other
sounds
than
like.
you. So.
I guess I don't really have a defense for that, but
It doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense.
it just sounds like they're also keeping tabs on you very closely. If they know that you're asking about them, looking for them.
I have to keep that in mind. Be a little sharp as I go. Thank you. Sorry to bother you so early. I've got some stuff that I gotta get done. Sorry, it probably seemed a little more frantic when I said something last night, but you know, it was a very surreal thing to experience.
Being a Kalashar is like that. You're sort of living two realities or two consciousnesses, consciouses.
I'm sure there's a word for it.
Conscience, geez, nuts.
It takes some getting used to, yeah, but you'll get there, and you still have the focus methods.
I'm using it in ways to try to I'm trying to focus it more, if that makes sense. You know, I've used it a couple times to try to kind of have a better perception, but I'm trying to learn how to focus it more to get more out of it. The more detailed information I can get from something, the better. So the vagueness is, you know, helpful in some aspects, because sometimes I can deduce things on my own, but that only makes the work a little harder when you gotta more to think about, you know. But I'm working on it, so thank you for that as well. I've been bothering you so much, and you've been helping me out so much. What do you say? Take you out to dinner sometime to thank you for helping.
Yeah, it's fine with me. I work here most days until about 5 or 6, so just whenever.
Tomorrow?
Sounds good.
All right, be in touch. Thank you again, and go start making his way.
Your
towards
phone starts blowing up.
Oh god.
Oleg's
Making my way
warring
down.
with aliens. Sharn's gonna get destroyed. Ithronel's gonna be the new Oleg. How about lunch? Spike says. So,
Jesus.
so your brunch with Varian has now turned into a brunch with
Lunch with the crew.
everyone.
Incredible. Good thing I can talk to people individually in their brains. And people can't do it to me.
I just love this idea of like the above conversation is like, how about them Mets? And then internally you're like, your uncle's cheating on
Yikes. Yeah.
So you guys, Oleg eventually picks you all up. Where do you want to head for lunch? You know a couple good ramen places. There's the Hot Dragon to get some coffee and little sandwiches. That's where Wolf Killer's family is.
Wait, am I getting picked up too?
Yeah.
We're all...
Wait, what happened to?
They didn't reveal who actually did it, so I just gave them a very stern talking to, and we reported the head and the weapon back to the Citadel.
Okay.
And by
So-
stern talking to, he threatened to torture and resurrect and etc. etc.
All right.
Which is funny, because that's what Keelan Boromar does.
Right?
He's like, hey,
I was like, I know that move.
you want to be on my crew?
He's like, you got the right idea, guy.
I like
We're
your
having
box, kid.
We're having a convention later.
Maybe this is just like their weird like hiring process.
Hazing ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Let's go to that ramen shop that you were talking about.
yes.
That's good.
So you head down, I believe that was in the Death's Gate Guild. You head down to that ramen shop where I think Wendelin and Love had flirted that one time.
Are you there now?
I love the theme of you guys like looking at a grisly crime scene and connecting all the dots, and then whenever you're done, you're like, all right, let's get some food.
Listen, you can't solve a crime on an empty stomach.
It's like the Avengers thing, just them at the Swarmer shop at the fucking end.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So you guys all regroup. You go to the ramen shop down in the Death's Gate district, and we will take a quick, 5-minute break. Then we will kind of pick up on what's going on. Yep, fist bump out. All right, so we'll be back in just a minute. Alright. So, you guys meet for ramen, the thrilling saga of Sharn Nights.
Breakfast ramen.
Breakfast ramen.
You guys go get some ramen at that little hole-in-the-wall shop in Death's Gate. It's this hole in the wall, as you remember. It's kind of one of those places where there's like the counter where you order, about a 3-foot space, and then the bar seats. And then there's like outdoor patio seating. Like, that's it.
Isn't that like that place we went that one time in Champaign?
Yeah, probably. Yes, I know exactly. Yes, you're right.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
I know
about.
exactly what you're talking about. Yes, that's exactly it. So you grab whatever ramen, you grab some patio seats, you drag them together, they scrape against the ground. That horrible like metal patio furniture on concrete scraping sound. But you sit together for time purposes. We'll say you guys are able to meet up and get everyone picked up and get there at 10:30. Varian, you are apparently supposed to meet Raze at the magic shop at around noon or so for lunch. As it turned out.
Hey,
I did say that.
you should not do that
Yeah.
anymore.
It depends. Are we going into the conversation?
Yes,
Are we
please
doing
take it away.
Yeah, hey, you should not go to that. I think that if they know that we were doing stuff with I'm so tired. What's your name? What's
Carvac?
your head? Yeah, that's the one.
What's her head?
What's your head? I think that it's probably like I feel like the jig is probably up with that, so maybe you should not do that.
I mean, to be honest, I really only said it so he would let us go. So, yeah, I think, maybe the Seven Heads made my choice for me. Perhaps we could go in disguise and stake it out?
Oh, you mean like not as disguise of her, just like
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that sounds
Disguise
fine.
by standards.
It sounds dangerous, but fine. I guess. I mean,
is there any like information we feel like we're gonna glean from?
and seeing if maybe they're gonna cause something, possibly.
Or
I
do you
mean, the
think that like
question is, has Ray's been in touch with Ithronel, the real Ithronel, since then? Because yeah, I still don't think it's a great idea regardless, but if he has, then, I mean, the jig is entirely up, and we'd just probably be walking into an ambush.
It is possible that the jig is not actually up due to, like, I feel like she would have said something about her family had she. I don't know. Had she known, right?
Are we considering the decapitation of our mole as unrelated?
I don't think coincidence really exists.
I don't.
Yeah, that's a metaphysical claim, but in this case, I'm inclined to agree.
I seem to Austin have missed the part where somebody got
Oh
decapitated.
yeah, Carvex, our mole. We found her. Spike found her head in his apartment at night on her hammer.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah,
What was
in like
she-
we're sending a message way, not in like a, wow, how much did I drink last night way.
I don't.
Dude, where's my car away?
That sounds
Dude, where's
like the
this chick's
Sanguine Quest,
body?
but way darker.
But like, do we feel like we can glean any information from spying on him? Is there anything like we want to know about what he's doing? Like, are we just gonna watch him to see if he does something? Like,
Actually, a quick question. Why a hammer?
that's just her weapon.
That was her weapon.
Yeah.
So she just gave us her weapon. Did she not think that the body was enough to say, "Hey, this was the person"?
I think it just was the means in which to hang the head. I don't think that was.
Yeah, it was just part of the message.
I think that if there was a broom nearby, maybe she would just put it on the broom. I don't know.
Oh, it is true that he has very little stuff in his home. That's fair.
Yeah,
She walks
they were
in,
kinda-
he's sitting in the one chair, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's not like what are they gonna do? Hang the head on the ficus? Like, come on.
It's a very nice ficus.
It is.
Just
It's not
don't,
really.
don't be rude to the ficus.
I mean, I'm just saying you can't hang a head on it. I wasn't saying anything bad about it.
Okay, remind me, did y'all put in the text chain that you were following a lead on that?
Yeah, how'd that go?
Oh, we followed the lead on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I severely threatened. Threaten's a little harsh. I gave a stern talking to the person that did it, and that person was Keelan Boromar, owner of the Scarlet Farm.
Am I
Hey, some
misremembering
spaghetti.
that I know him?
Oh no, you
Oh,
definitely know he's the guy.
Okay.
He
He's
was
the guy that.
From
I got
Spy
beat.
Kids 3D.
well beyond
Right.
that stuff. He is Donovan's guy.
Oh,
And
Man,
he's
I
also the
really-
one that the professor went to, and he beat him until he passed out, and then had him revived. That guy.
I sure would like to talk with him.
Oh, we can go back and talk to him.
Here, okay, so this is a little selfish, but here's something that I propose. People like Keelan, they're all about the acts of brute strength. He's smart, but at the end of the day, he's a man that respects power.
Okay.
I say we go to the colored fronds. I'm sorry. I don't
Scarlet?
know. That's the color. I was gonna say crimson. I knew that wasn't right.
It's called Scarlet.
They're shades of red. I say we go to the Scarlet Frond and we do like you say you did. We call him out. We have a little kerfuffle. We beat the shit out of him, and then he talks.
Might approach.
Okay.
Could
That's
we
one yes.
Perhaps do it in a less noticeable way.
Are you? Would you prefer? I understand that you don't like physical combat. Would you prefer that we magic the shit out of him?
To be honest, yes. That's kind of my thing.
Okay.
Perhaps not in the middle of a busy street in the mid-morning.
Oh no, I was gonna wait till he was inside his bar on the second floor.
Okay, so in private quarters.
Wait,
then.
so
Yes.
when did
Okay.
Donovan become the want to kill people type? Or beat the shit out
like-
of
Wait, are we
type?
killing him?
Oh.
I did not glean that from.
I
Oh.
might.
We should probably save killing him for when we get what we need to know out of him. But I mean, I'm not gonna try to stop you if you want to.
Yeah, look, if Ithronel or Rays give us no other choice, then I can make my peace with it. I don't particularly love us turning into murder vigilantes.
Well, not,
Can I
well,
just
he-
put that out there?
that's,
Not comfortable with that.
I mean, he definitely has it coming. He's had it
Neither is
coming
the
for
King's
me.
Citadel.
He's
Oh,
had it
you're
coming
here.
Oh,
for me
great.
for a while.
That's the fair point.
Yeah, and you all look at Killian. He looks terrible.
Does he have spaghetti on him?
What do you-
Look, spaghetti smear on the corner of his
Yeah.
mouth.
Look, I'm
I
gonna be
narrow
frank
my
with
eyes
you.
a little bit.
Every time he opens his
Listen.
mouth, it just smells ghastly.
I'm gonna be
Okay,
frank with you,
listen.
Killian. You
Anytime
look
at
like
Walgrave
shit.
University, friend.
Thanks.
I promise I won't kill him.
Killian or
Okay.
the? Oh, okay, that's perfect.
I have already made a promise to kill whoever breaks into my house next. So if that happens to be him, I must keep my word.
I'm definitely lying.
You say out loud.
No, I'm just putting that out there. I'm lying.
Are your hands visible?
Probably. I don't know.
No cross fingers.
Yeah. I'm just.
Can I tell Donnie's lying?
It-
Killian doesn't care. At this point, he does not.
I mean, you could. You
It's
sure
broken.
could. You're probably the only one. You and Varian are probably the only two that could probably roll for it.
Yeah, he'll roll.
He'll-
Go for it.
This is funny because it's like it's just like we're so like ambiguously good that we're starting to break the lawful character. He's just like, I have to stop caring or I'm gonna blow a gasket.
Pass.
I'm gonna never
What?
sleep again.
Wait, what am I rolling?
20.
for?
Insight.
Insight.
I rolled
30.
shitty. 20.
You got 30.
Yeah.
That's what I got. We seem to have reached an impasse.
You both narrow your eyes at each other for a second. I'm watching you.
I narrow my eyes, and it's enough for me to like start nodding off a little bit.
All I gotta say is, Keelan's the reason I'm a single dad, and he's got some shit coming.
Wait, do I know about this? Is that in his file?
I don't think anyone knew about that.
So
well,
pardon me if I
so-
put the case behind a little bit of personal
I'm not-
vendetta.
I'm not so worried about the case as much as, oddly enough,
Don't know how to process
making
that.
sure that the Boromar Clan doesn't completely fucking hate our guts.
Well, I also remember we know that from things we recorded between Ray's fake Ithronel and Ithronel's mom that we have them recorded saying they're just using the Boromar Clan. So,
Okay.
If nothing else, we play that for them, get them to turn on Ithronel, and
what about-
find some vengeance along the way.
Is this guy also
Alright.
in on that? Is that what you're saying, or?
well, the thing is, here's what we can do. I will compose myself. We will go and we can play him that recording and see how he processes it. If he tries to defend Ithronel after that, then we can proceed with the ass whooping.
And
If not,
And you want to just take on the whole Boromar Clan?
thought about it. But no, what I'm saying is, maybe he will try to cut ties with her in order to maintain the shred of dignity they have left if they know they're just getting used.
and we won't have to force our way in because I have a friend who works at the Scarlet Frond who can get us in. It's the same person that got you and me in last time, Oleg.
Yeah, I'm not worried about going in. I'm more worried about the vengeance part. I mean, I'm all about killing people, but
We know.
you know,
Well
I guess
aware.
dying by Boromar is a little bit better than dying by Dilkir or whatever.
I was about
Oh,
to
yeah, we-
say, yeah, that's
Yeah.
another point that you probably on your guys' minds.
You don't have time to unpack all that.
Do we have a week, by the way? I don't know what kind of time you're expecting. But,
Huh?
a
So,
week-
should we go beat up this one guy? At the
Louis.
Scarlet Frond, and then go beat up the guy that's harassing you?
I would. I mean, I like that plan, but
Oh,
sure.
like, is the guy that's harassing you? Do you think we can beat him up as
No,
well? No.
no. I didn't. I mean, we could.
so
Did
if-
Oleg
if-
just say we couldn't beat the shit out of somebody?
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's serious, guys.
I
So
think we
what
could
if
kill.
you said,
Good, son. Good.
presuming that you've explained the situation, so if we don't you don't make some accord, they're just gonna help Ithronel?
No, not to help. They're gonna take her over.
Like turn her into a puppet?
Yeah.
That seems like a convergence of our problems that we really don't want.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. What if we let them take them over, then capture Ithronel? Two birds, one stone.
Okay. I hate this plan.
Okay, we already don't know what Ithronel's capabilities are.
The last thing we want
And-
is them amplified.
Yeah, precisely.
But it would still factually be two birds, one stone, correct?
No.
Well, yeah, but the
Oh,
two
like you-
birds might be surging with Dalekier energy and take the stone back and beat us about the head with it.
Yes.
And Oleg, you said something in your message about memories?
Yeah. So this thing and this thing. Yeah. They said that if I don't do the things for them, they're just going to wipe my memories from the last time that they, or from the first time that they met me, and just kind of just clean slate me.
Huh?
So if we tried to do the whole two birds with one stone thing, we're also going to be down Oleg. That's what I'm getting from that.
Okay.
Haven't you
Yeah,
always
Gotta
had that,
this
though?
one through. Gotta think.
Did I always
this
have
one
what?
Through.
This?
Haven't you always had this? Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I know that, right, Logan? I'm pretty sure I know that.
You know that you've recently only acquired the gem in your head. To everyone else, he's always had that gem since you've met him.
no. Yeah,
So
no,
he
this
says
is-
no, and you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, this is very recent.
Like,
Could have sworn you'd always had that, Jim.
Logan,
Yes, sir.
I do have a question about that. Actually, made me think of something. Because of my thing with like my mind can't be like read or messed with now. Do I believe that anymore? Like, does that affect me anymore?
With that new thing, make an intelligence save with advantage.
Okay.
If you'll do me a favor,
What's that?
will you do me a favor, Austin?
Sure.
Give a squeeze.
Oh,
Take 1 point of damage and make the
Okay.
intelligence save at advantage.
well, that's a natural 20 on the first roll, so...
Yeah, that's a
And-
definitely new acquisition on Oleg's part.
Okay, cool. That little detail hit me as soon as I was like, wait, my mind can't be messed with anymore, huh?
And
Also, this is the new dice that I bought the other day, Carson.
There you
so,
go.
Oh, tight.
that's the first time I rolled it.
Hell yeah.
we'll say for
Don't
once
miss.
your quarry spirit is able to break through, and you get a very resounding like, no, that's new. Like breaks through and reminds you of what's real.
That was just a little detail that I was like, hey, I wonder if this
Yeah,
is a thing.
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, so very much a fun time. I mean, this is cool. I like this thing, but enough to have my memory wiped. I don't know. Also, they're probably listening to every word I say, but it's no big deal.
I think we're gonna have to think on that one for a little bit. Obviously, not more
Don't
than a
take
week.
too long. Yeah,
Yeah, obviously.
What's your
not more
time
than a
frame
week.
again?
A week.
1 week.
1 week.
Yeah, 1 week from
Alright.
last night.
Yeah, I think we should. Yeah, I think that we need to think on. We need to kind of one thing at a time. That is a very important thing. We should not tuck it away for too long. But I think we need to file that under due very soon.
Okay, we have a filing system now. I like that.
Yeah,
Seems like it's getting longer and longer as time goes on.
Yeah.
But don't love that.
yeah.
Shot it in your PDAs.
What?
So,
Oh.
so are we gonna try to reason with the Boromar? What are we trying to do?
I mean,
I think reasoning with them is a good first step.
Yeah.
I'd rather turn the Boromar against Ithronel until Ithronel is dealt with, and then, whatever people feel like they need to do after that, they can do. But the Boromar are a good tool to use against Ithronel because she's been using them, and they're not going to like that. Unless they already know and they're just fine with that, which is a possibility, I suppose, but they don't strike me as the kind that like to be used.
Well, they all seemed surprised that Illyria Boromar accepted Ithronel's self-nomination. It doesn't sound like it was something she negotiated with them so much as it is some magic she worked upon them.
Yeah,
I-
or at least on the leader,
Illyria, yes.
'cause,
But didn't
I mean,
we check
basically-
for magic when she was talking to her?
Yeah,
yes.
and she had several magic items on her.
Good
Yes,
point.
but she wasn't casting anything.
Yes, it was innate like magic items. There's nothing to dispel or counterspell. Or I guess we could have dispelled it, but it was like there were multiple things. It was
And maybe something
would've-
she was using was affecting her ability, but not necessarily directly affecting another person. But that's an
Yeah,
angle we
yeah.
can try.
And I mean, didn't her mom? We got a recording of her saying like, "Are the things we gave you working?"
Yeah.
She did say
We
that.
did.
We can use that as evidence. They may not believe us, but I listen. I think we should go at least try to say that to Keelan. And if he doesn't believe us, I pop his head like a green. I use my words to tear his very soul from his body.
Yeah, yeah, sure, whatever.
Cross that bridge when we get to it.
But preferably not before we get to it.
Yeah, let's not speed across it.
I promise.
I don't like that sound of promise, but I mean, whoever I care. Again, 1 week. I don't care.
Fair point.
Oh,
Did it all get this
Um,
complicated?
As the conversation is ending, and I suppose
people
we're
are slurping their ramen
preparing
quietly.
to leave at some point.
I'm doing it with anger.
I'm going to go ahead and mind link with Varian and just be like, so I have to be honest with you, I kinda called you for this little brunch thing, hoping it would just be me and you, because there's something I really need to talk to you about that I didn't want to talk to you about in front of everyone else.
Okay. Sure. I mean, I assume this is a secure connection. So,
Yeah, no, my mind can't not be fucked with, so
I read his memory.
you literally cannot.
Squinch chimes in. Hey, what's going on?
yeah. What is it?
So I've been meaning to tell you this for a long time, and it's something I talked to Donovan about it because I honestly needed some advice on how to handle it, because I meaning to tell you about it with everything that's been going on and all the craziness. It has just been harder and harder to approach you about it, but at the Aurora Gallery, when while we were there for that, I saw something while I was wandering around the exhibits.
Okay.
To put it, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it because there's really not a sugar-coated way to put this.
I think I can handle it.
Ithronel is sleeping with your uncle.
Spray fucking broth everywhere.
I look Cornelius. Oh, you told him.
Got a noodle in my throat.
Killian is drenched.
Yeah, as I press to digitate away the broth off of Killian's person. Just go. She's sleeping with my uncle.
Do you say that out loud, or
I
it's still in
am
your
now.
brain?
I say it in my brain.
Okay.
I am very, very confident that that is what is going on, yes. I eavesdropped on a conversation, the way that they talked to each other, the way they were acting around each other in private. They didn't know I was there. It's very clear that something romantic is going on between the two of them. And I wanted to tell you about it, and it just... After a certain point, it just got to a point where it was like, now I'm afraid to tell the kid, especially after it came to light that Ithronel was behind all this, and she tried to kill you, and... But the thing is that with the information that we learned the other night, Reyes and Ithronel, the whole... It's very, we saw a wedding ring. It's very highly likely, and the whole way that he interacted with you when you were pretending to be Ithronel, I get the sense he doesn't know that either. And he seems to be a very wrathful man. And I hate... I feel like it's an insensitive thing to say, but...
Look, my uncle is an ass, to be sure. A pompous man who thinks he's a lot smarter than he really is. I don't think that really consigns him to what I imagine would be a brutal murder by a true psychopath.
I don't think anybody really deserves to die like that right now. What I was going to say...
I look over at Donovan just briefly, just like...
What was that?
What I was going to say...
Talking about people deserving to brutally die. And I look over at Donovan, just really stabbing at his noodles.
No, it's like a quiet anger. I'm not like
It's like the heat radiating off of you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
He's just squirting half a bottle of sriracha into his bowl, like without
Jesus
care.
Christ.
He's so spicy.
I brought it up to Donovan. Agreed that I should at least ask you. But I get the sense that Reyes doesn't know about that. And I get the sense that Reyes would not exactly be happy about it. We thought about finding a way to reveal her impropriety to Reyes and turning Reyes against her. But this is your family, and it feels insensitive to ask, especially after just telling you about it. But we're trying to find ways to strip her of every help and power that she has, and Reyes is
I think your uncle's trying
probably
to
one of the most dangerous.
Get out of here, invasive Donovan. Look, I appreciate your discussion. I don't. This needs to end. No longer Ithronel stays out and about, exercising her will on the world. The longer me, my family, all of you, and all of your loved ones stay in danger. Drawing the ire of that maniac. I don't like it. If we did do it, we'd have to be very careful in how we approached it.
I've got a terrible idea for how to do it.
I'm listening.
I'm the one who heard it. I'm the one who saw it. Obviously, I can communicate mentally with people. I show him.
Show him.
I give him my memory. I will. Kind of like how we are speaking right now. I use my mind to show him my memories.
You can communicate not just speech, but also full memories. Oh,
Theoretically, anyway.
Cornelius. You have a lot more secrets than you let on.
A lot more secrets than I know about, too. I know that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me either, but you know, you find out as you go.
I kissed the murderer the other day while I was pretending to be his wife or girlfriend. Nothing makes sense anymore.
Fair point.
Please don't tell anybody about that.
Lips are sealed.
I'm telling everyone.
Poor choice of words, but all right.
Or maybe it was the correct choice of words.
Cheeky. All right.
Where do you remember where you were going to meet Reyes?
Outside of the shop.
Then I'll go.
You should go alone.
It's probably best if I do. I've got ways of getting out. Just in case.
Don't like it. But I see the wisdom in it. Keep your magic handy. Keep on your toes.
Always am.
We're going to get her.
Just nods.
Going to put an end to this.
And with that, I will just cut the link.
I'm
Yeah.
fairly certain it's not, but we convey a lot of information in this campaign, so I want to double check. Have you guys become privy to Ray's like full name, other than just Ray's?
no.
No.
We have our ideas about like his whole thing, about what's up with him. You know, the scarring, the weird abilities, the incredible strength, the fact that they are from Sire or seem to be from Sire, immigrants of some kind, probably involved or present during the morning, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we do not know. We do not
We
know
don't
his full name.
know certainties or full name.
Gotcha. Just want to make sure. And I gotta stir the pot just a little bit for Carson here for a second. As
Yeah?
if the pot is not being stirred enough,
You know what, Logan? Logan, get your big wooden ladle, stick it in there, and get a good forearm workout.
so Varian, you start.
Fucking lump him around.
Yeah, Varian, you start
Sous chef.
reflecting on some of the things that have been happening, the stuff you've learned, and the timeline of what's happened. And there's a twinkle in your mind, a little. I think I've heard it referred to as sort of the marquee of your mind, where like a do what?
Twinkles usually have good connotations.
Yeah, but like the marquee of your mind and how a thought will just kind of like race across the front of your mind, and you're just like, oh, okay, and then the thought's
that's a really
gone.
interesting way to put it. I like
Yeah.
that.
After talking with Cornelius a little bit and hearing all this stuff, thinking about the timeline, it wasn't long after the attack in High Walls and all the massacre, and now all of this stuff with Ithronel has sort of hit the mainstream, so to speak, that your uncle's oldest child, Roman the Meduni, also arrived back in Sharn. And the thought just kind of races across your mind, you're like, my uncle's oldest child appeared at the same time that all this stuff started happening. Huh.
If Roman is the mastermind behind this, I'm burning my PC to the ground.
All of Alan's characters are the big bads. But to wrap up this session while everyone's finishing up slurping their ramen and going to move on to their next set of things, which is the next thing for the entire group going to be going to the Scarlet Frond, or is Cornelius going to go and do a thing real fast for the lunch break on his own?
Wait, time-wise, what time was I? It was just like for lunch.
Yeah, so
10:30.
I knew.
That's what time it is now.
How far apart are the Magic Shop and the Scarlet Front?
I technically have a map of Sharn behind me, but I have to look. I think I'd be a little bit faster at navigating all these little tables. I'm going to just offhandedly say at least 15 minutes, if I can recall well enough. Oh, no, I was very wrong. The magic shop is in the Mystic District. The Mystic Market. Correct? I think so.
Yes, it is in the middle.
Mystic Market.
Yeah.
The Mystic Market.
The Mystic Market. And those two districts are actually not that far from each other. But, yeah, it's about 10 minutes via Sky Coach. Via walking, much farther. So theoretically, depending on how fast Cornelius can get there and back, maybe. But that's how quickly that interaction goes.
Well, yeah, I guess. What is Cornelius kind of doing this on his own, and then just gonna head on over to the Scarlet Frond when he's done?
Cornelius's plan is to try not to drag you guys into it in case Reyes tries to start a confrontation, because Cornelius just dips out using
One
Dimension
person's
Door
a lot easier to get out than
than all six of us.
I mean, but the thing is, he's already shown that, like, he'll fucking whack people just for being in his way. So,
Unless
if
you join him.
if you piss him off, he might just, like, get mad. The waiter comes to check your table, or come check his table, and the waiter says, "Sir, do you want anything?" And then raises mad and just choke slams him to death.
Well, the plan was to tell him when he was supposed to meet, not at the restaurant, because he's supposed to meet outside the shop at high noon
Huh?
instead of. So get to him when he's supposed to meet, show him, and then dip out.
I get what you're going for, but I'm still afraid that, like, he's already shown to be a very volatile person. I'm not sure if giving him bad news will make him react calmly in a shopping district. We're gonna have to decide if that's a risk we want to take or not.
It's also the only guaranteed time we're going to be able to get to him.
we do have his sword.
We do have his sword,
I mean, he's probably still really dangerous without it, but
yeah, but we don't know where he will go or where he will be and when he will be there. But we know,
I mean,
we have an exact, he will be here at this time.
we know he's been staying at the magic shop, though. He just happened to not be there while we were there until the end.
Yeah.
Is that actually useful information, though? I mean, just because we know he's going to be somewhere that he's most definitely going to be, doesn't mean that we know anything about it, right?
So, is the plan for Cornelius to go by himself to the Mystic Market while the rest of you go to the Scarlet Frond?
Also, technically, the only person that knows that this is Cornelius' plan is Varian.
That's fair. I don't think it's a good idea, but I don't know about it, so.
Well, I guess
Do your bit.
Cornelius, is that your plan? And how do you convey it to everyone that that's your plan? Just say, I have to go run an errand, I'll be back.
Just be like, hey, I gotta look into something real quick. I'm still technically working. Go check on something real quick. It's not gonna be that far. I'll catch up to the Scarlet Frond. It won't take me too long.
Okay, fun.
Okay, fun sometime. Cornelius, as you're getting up to sort of pay the bill and head on out, you, at the exit to the ramen shop, you run into a House Orion messenger. See all the vest, the satchel, all the good stuff. It says, Mr. Bray, is it correct?
Yeah, that's me.
Wonderful. And it's a hat, like, shorter human, like maybe late teens, early 20s, a very young fellow. Kind of like looks past you, sees the people you're sitting with, says, oh, and is that, Master Dimadani, Master Kundak, and all you fellows, yes?
Yes.
I've letters for all of you, and starts handing some letters out to all of you.
Oh, this bodes well.
I'm uncomfy.
you see that the letter is of course wax sealed. Let me make sure I have the like symbol and stuff right first. Nope. It's there we go. So yes, it is wax sealed. But the wax is sort of this it's kind of swirly, galaxy, sparkly pattern of a variety of colors. Sort of silvery, bronzish, goldish, all sorts of stuff swirling together. And the letter A is stamped into it.
Love that.
Great.
Snapping the wax and opening the letter, it is an invitation on behalf of the Aurum. You all have the same exact invitation. 2 nights from now, Wednesday night, effectively, it's now Monday-ish, Monday morning. Wednesday night, the Aurum is hosting a special event, a special gala, in honor of Ithronel Adana, their esteemed member running for council, and they're showing their support by inviting all sorts of important people to come and feast and mingle in her honor. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock.
I'm good. I'm busy that night. It's just not gonna work out.
I'm gonna be sick then.
Yeah, I'm sick that day.
You said Wednesday, and what day is it today again?
Monday.
Monday. I'm sorry, I just missed it.
Cool. So Monday we plan. Tuesday we attack these people. Wednesday we go to a party. Thursday we make a plan for the Dalkir, and Friday we kill them.
Friday we save the city, I guess.
There we go.
Yeah, and then we have to save the city a second time. Sounds good.
And don't worry, before our next session, I'm literally like, it is no secret at this point. By the time you all read this letter and kind of like look at each other, kind of deep sigh, you all kind of start realizing that this week is the week. If things aren't tied up this week, it's all going down. And so you all kind of have this realization together. And so, of course, before our next session, I'm literally going to put together a short, like, weekly calendar almost for you guys and be like, so-and-so's doing this, that. So that way we can kind of work together. So that way we'll see if it can all get done in time.
Dust off your nice clothes,
Alright.
gents. You've got a killer to catch.
Ow! That's where we'll end the session.
Killian's head just flops over.
Killian texts, use it, I quit.
I'm
Oh,
taking
no.
my PTO.
I have like 3 weeks of PTO saved up. I'm doing it all right now, sorry. Me and my kids are going on vacation.
You have 3 weeks? Oh, have you been working there for
Oh.
40 years?
Jeez.
I get one day. I get one sick day every month I work. That's crazy, bro.
You get 5 hours off every year.
That's insane.
You get a lunch break once a week.
Jesus Christ.
An unpaid
I-
lunch break.
What are you, a
Actually,
teacher?
I had a light
Unpaid
bulb.
lunch break.
You had a
I don't know
light
if
bulb.
Well, just a realization. I don't know if I should say it right.
Might as well
Sure.
before we all forget.
Why not?
Wendelin will definitely be there because of Roan.
I'll actually get to talk to her this time.
Oh.
So Wendelin will not just. Killian would not know this. I know this, but Wendelin would definitely want to I
Make
feel
out?
like want to see Roan or at least her parents.
Well, I think that if Killian, if he knows that, the Order of the Alley is with Ithronel, if Ithronel's going to be there,
Uh-huh.
they might be there too, in some form or another.
Yeah.
Possible.
Man,
Alright.
this is becoming a time where my existence is pain.
Wait. Is there any way? Listen, I know that we have like a lot of things that we got to do. Is there any way we can get the B team to help out? 'Cause we got so much work that we have to do.
I mean, Spike has the connection. Spike has the
Right?
hookup.
We might talk about that because what we could do is sort of do like downtime-esque rules for them, sort of like an intern style. And so instead of like running encounters with them, you say they're gonna spend the week doing this, and then you make some rolls and see how successful they are, and then you go from there. Just sort of like a little
Nice.
bonus thing. We can definitely talk about that.
Shit.
This
Yeah,
is oh yeah.
No, I was just. It's kind of like the Suicide Squad to our Justice League.
Honestly, yeah.
Definitely. This is a little bit of a tangent, but my senior year I took an advanced film course, and one of the things we talked about was like pulp comics and like pulp stories, short stories, all that kind of good stuff. And someone sometime a long time ago wrote a little guide about how to write pulp stories. And literally the piece of advice that's rewritten in this guide, he uses the phrase like heaping problems onto the protagonist. Like literally, like when things can't get worse, heap more things on top of them and make it worse. Literally, there's a part in this book that talks about like Eberron, the setting being a pulp store, like it is a pulp world.
Yeah.
This is the time where it gets worse and worse, and I'm going to keep heaping stuff on top of you. But then in this hand, there's going to be like, here's some cool little twists that'll help you out, like double-handed heaping.
Heat me up. Go ahead.
All these things are coming together at the very end.
You know, you could always just not.
Where's the fun in that, though, Travis?
Yeah,
There's tons of fun in that, actually.
You know what? Let's cancel next week's session. You guys catch Ithronel. You're done.
Yeah,
You did it.
it's just Logan explaining how everything resolved itself and was cool forever.
Yeah, Ithronel, like, she actually suffers severely from anxiety and had a heart attack this morning, and now she died.
Yeah, she had a severe peanut allergy and anaphylactic shock just
Spilled
took her
over.
out the game for us.
She was experimenting with banishment and never came back.
That's a good one. I like that.
She actually just decided to leave. She just left Sharn.
Yeah, she was just like, why am I trying to take over this place? This place fucking sucks.
I could be anywhere. I could go to like Chicago or some shit.
Yeah.
Anywhere. Chicago.
Yeah. Chicago, a place
Baltimore,
where
here I
Windy
come.
City.
All right.
Yes, all the normal stuff. We'll be here for Let's Make on Wednesday. Friday is our date night, Friday the 13th. It's not gonna be spooky though. Next Monday, Sharn Nights and all that normal good stuff. Check out my Patreon. I'm getting back to posting this week after we did our session 0 this weekend. It was a blast. So I'm getting back into posting Patreon stuff, playing in person. I miss it. It's exhausting. It's terribly exhausting. But I missed it a lot. But besides that, you know the normal drills of follow me on stuff, subscribe to stuff, yada yada yada.
So do I.
Barring crazy circumstances. Yes, Jacob.
No, it's just Travis rickrolling us.
Alright, well, barring crazy circumstances, we will be right back here at the same Sharn time, same Sharn place! Terrible.